Who are you?
I want to open a business.
Prove it.
Something wrong?
Something?
So, what should I do next?
What? Well, now I've got you.
Where is it? Come on, come on. Huh? What a... Where I am.
I am the one asking questions here. Who are you? And what are you doing here?
I need money.
Why? How much?
1 million.
Do you have an idea how many zeros in 1 million?
1 million?
Wrong. Try again.
I want to open a business.
What kind of business?
Café.
A cafe? Ha!
Yes, exactly.
Then make me a coffee. Prove it.
Now?
Yes, now.
Okay, you can do it. Here you go. Something wrong?
Something? Everything. I will make for you the real one. You should love what you do and be ready to put in the hard work. If you're lucky enough that people want it, then it might work. Try this one.
I like it. You know, when I was a kid, every Sunday morning was special. My grandma would brew coffee, filling our home with warmth. It wasn't just coffee, it was our time together, sharing stories, laughing, and feeling safe. When she passed away, that tradition stopped. Opening this cafe means reviving that feeling, keeping her memory alive, and sharing these warm feelings with others, giving them a space where they can make their own warm memories too.
So 1 million? You really think you need that much?
Don't I?
Not even close. You can start with a smaller amount.
Seriously? How?
Hearing your story reminds me deeply of mine. My journey started with close friends. We loved spending hours at cafes, dreaming and talking about life. Sometimes I would brew coffee at home, and we'd imagine running our own place. But soon, my friends moved to Bali, and suddenly, it was just me holding on to this dream. At first, fear of failure consumed me, but I overcame it by vividly visualizing success. I could see myself making coffee for people, watching their smiles, feeling their joy as they connected with others. I imagined my cafe becoming an important dot in their lives, where they'd find friendship, inspiration, maybe even love. This vision gave me strength to start. Reality, however, wasn't so kind. Early on, I faced several financial struggles. One day, my accountant told me,
Cause we don't have enough to pay salary.
"When?"
Today.
I had been so focused on making the cafe great that I completely lost track of the numbers.
So what did you do?
Swallowing my pride, I borrowed from friends to cover salaries that day. It was painful but necessary. A year into the journey, exhaustion and financial pressure nearly crushed my spirit. Sitting alone in my kitchen late one night, overwhelmed by stress, I questioned everything. Why am I putting myself through this? I thought about shutting it down. Yet at that low point, something inside me refused to quit. I decided right there, I would rather let this business break me than give up. It didn't suddenly get easier, but inside I felt solid, unshakable. The decision was made, and that decision gave me power. My perspective changed. I stopped focusing on problems and started focusing on building what I wanted. It was like being a child again, completely immersed in a game, fully committed, no second thoughts. And there was one thing that was growing constantly: the quality of our coffee. And soon Dots became one of the best coffee shops on Koh Phangan. But still, I wasn't making much money. My business partner Zhenya reshaped my financial mindset profoundly, showing me that saving money is equally or even more important than making it. He taught me that efficiency is key to true success. You might not save much money immediately, but over time, those savings grow exponentially. I had been chasing higher sales, but the real answer was in controlling my costs. That's when things finally started to turn around. For instance, one of our smartest investments was a $100 reverse osmosis water filter. Instead of buying bottled water every day, which is something many cafe owners still do even now, we permanently cut costs by producing our own filtered water. By now, you're probably wondering, but what does it really take to open a cafe in Thailand? Let's break it down into 4 essentials. You don't need $1 million. I started with around $50,000, but I know people who began with $20,000 or even $10,000. The smaller the budget, the more personal effort you'll need to put in. Your location should match your concept. So first, define your concept. Then, explore the area and pick the right spot that brings your idea to life. Take Dots for example. It's a place where people stop by for a coffee, meet friends, or take a break between errands like going to the bank or the post office. So we choose a location that's convenient and easy to drop into. But if your concept is more like a family-friendly cafe with space for kids or a dinner restaurant, you'll want to be in areas which suit them. Start small. A few reliable people are better than a big team you are not ready to manage. But don't forget, this is Thailand. Culture matters. I've made a separate video just for you on how to work with Thai people. If you don't take time to understand how things work culturally, you'll keep running into problems. Good coffee isn't enough. It has to be your coffee, something people remember. We are not creating something completely new, but we can do it a little differently. And always be your own customer. Try your product often, but also listen to feedback. If you love it but others don't, it's not working. Don't be afraid to change it. Focus on quality, consistency, feeling, and the small details that make your cafe yours. Of course, opening a cafe in Thailand isn't all sunsets and coconuts. There are real challenges: cultural, legal, logistical. I've made a whole separate video about that called "Don't Open a Cafe in Thailand Before Watching This." If you are serious about it, watch that too.
Well, something like that.
So, what should I do next?
How should I know?
I will do it. Alright, I'm off then.
Yeah, 120 please.
Huh? For what?
For coffee.